make me wanna throw my picture out the window. Tell MC I to cut the phone poles. Break my lease so I can move. 'Cause you a bugaboo.
Welcome to my channel. First, I'm going in with Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Ebony to give her a shape for her brow.
It's not hot that you be calling me, stressing me, paging my feet, but you're just non-stop. And it's not hot that you be leaving me messages every 10 minutes and then you stop by. When I first met you, you were cool, but it was game.
I'm just doing short strokes on her brows, making sure I'm filling them in. She has a pretty good shape already, so I'm just filling sparse areas. Now I'm going in with my Too Faced concealer. I believe this is in the shade Butterscotch. I'm just going under her brow, carving it out, cleaning it up, so I can basically get my base ready for my eyeshadow. Now I'm gonna take my Morphe blending brush and just make sure I buff out all the creases, all the harsh lines. Okay, I just bought this today, but I'm going in with my Anastasia eye base. Put it evenly on both eyes, and then you're gonna see me take a regular flat eyeshadow brush and make sure I just blend out the edges. Okay, I don't remember all the brushes that I'm using, but I promise to leave them in the description below. I'm just going in with a nice burgundy shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette and focusing that in her crease first and then blending, just making sure I'm packing on the color first. Now I'm going in with a clean, fluffy blending brush from Morphe, and I'm just blending out those harsh edges before I go in with my second color. Now I'm going in with the orange shade from my Morphe 35B palette, focusing that on the outer edges of the burgundy that we placed down at first. And just blending to give a nice transition from the burgundy to the orange. Now I'm using a flat concealer brush, the same brush I used to carve out her eyebrows. And I'm just going to go in and carve her crease with the Too Faced concealer, the same shade Butterscotch that I used for her eyebrow. You just really want to make sure that you're taking your time with this step to make sure that the cut crease is actually even. Even though the video sped up, it took me a good minute to make sure that all the edges were perfect before I was happy with the shape and the size.
I got a laundry list of this shit you done did for me. Yeah, put out a rib for me. She pushed out a kid for me. When I'm gone, you hold on the crib for me. You know you ain't lasting no prison. You told me straight up, you ain't doing no bid for me.
Next, I'm going to be placing 2 shades down for her lid. The first shade is out of the Jaclyn Hill palette, and it's a shimmer pink. And the second shade is more of a brown bronze color out of the same palette.
But ain't nothing devilish, babe. In fact, it's a heaven's a thing. Black angel with the regular name. Strangers I can never contain. My passion for you, I'm grabbing on you. In public, I know that you love it. I'm trying to put one more little boy in your stomach. No frontin', I keep it 100. If you was to leave me, I know I'm gon' plummet. Know I'm gon' plummet.
Now I'm just going in with a small detail brush and using that same burgundy shade from before and defining her crease. I'm going in with a Maybelline gel eyeliner, and I'm using the Anastasia Dip Brow eyebrow brush. I like this brush because it has a very flat end. I'm gonna go in with a makeup wipe just to clean up my mistakes before we move on to the face. My client told me that she has some dry areas on the face, so I'm just gonna go in with my Pond's moisturizer to make sure her face is nice and hydrated before moving on to the next step. Before I prime her forehead, I'm going to go ahead and take concealer and a flat brush and just clean up above her brow. And once again, I'm going to use that same brush we used to buff out under her eyes to go ahead and blend the concealer into her forehead. This may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I'm going to go on with Milk of Magnesia to dry out some of her oily areas under the eye, on her forehead, the bridge of her nose. And on the perimeter of her face, I'm just going to go in with my Smashbox Photo Finish and prime the perimeter of her face. For her foundation, I mixed two colors together, NC50 by MAC and NW46. And I'm just gonna put this in various places over her face, her nose, and her forehead until I get the perfect blend.
Walking downtown and I'm okay. He's got it all figured out. It's what they all say, yeah. Everyone's looking at me thinking that I'm different. Everyone's looking at me thinking that I'm living. But I don't really care what they all say. It's easier said than done. That guy problems with everyone, but it all comes down to you. You are my anxiety. It's more than a feeling. You were never meant for me. But now I gotta keep it. Walking downtown and I'm okay. Eyes on me, I don't know what to do, so I smile and I wave. Alright. Everyone's looking like they know what they're doing. Everyone's looking like they know what I'm pursuing. I'm trying not to give them the time of day. It's easier said than done. That guy problems with everyone, but it all comes down to you. You are my anxiety.
Now I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced concealer in Chestnut, and I'm just gonna highlight under her eyes, the bridge of her nose, her forehead, and her chin.
It's more than a feeling. You were never meant for me. Now I gotta keep that.
Now I'm just gonna go in with my Real Technique sponge. I damped it, and I'm gonna use that to blend out the concealer.
You know they don't wanna see us together, but it don't matter, no, 'cause I got you. Anytime you're under the weather, babe, we can always go. If I gotta pull up on you.
After blending out concealer with the sponge, I like to go back in with the buffer brush to make sure I get in the corners by her nose and close to her eye.
We stay right on the safe side. One way or another, I'ma love you. Sliding undercover. They don't wanna see it happen, but we say fuck it.
Now I'm just going in with my Anastasia foundation stick to contour her face in the shade Ebony.
I'ma love you. Sliding undercover. They don't wanna see it happen, but we say fuck it. They don't wanna see it happen, but we say fuck it.
A little trick I've learned, the leftover foundation from her face, I'm just gonna take that in the line in between her concealer and her contour. I'm just gonna blend that out to make it even blend.
Baby, they don't wanna see me be happy, 'cause they ain't happy, no, they don't got you. Something about the way we be acting, baby, I'm magical. Might just have to hit me up on the late night when it's game time.
I just realized I forgot to highlight her forehead, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now.
Hit that 6-9, yeah, FaceTime. One way or another, I'ma love you. Sliding undercover. They don't wanna see it happen, but we say fuck it. They don't wanna see it happen, but we say fuck it. One way or another, I'ma love you. Sliding undercover. They don't wanna see it happen, but we say fuck it. They don't wanna see it happen, but we say fuck it.
Now I'm just gonna set her face with my Mario Badescu setting spray. And I'm gonna go ahead and set all the highlighted areas with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder.
One way or another, I'ma love you. Sliding undercover. They don't wanna see it happen, but we say fuck it. They don't wanna see it happen, but we say fuck it. One way or another, I'ma love you. Sliding undercover. They don't wanna see it happen.
Now I'm just gonna take a big fluffy brush and dust all that away. Now I'm just going to use my Anastasia contour powder in Mahogany to contour the sides of her face and her forehead. I'm going to use that same setting powder and just carve out the bottom of her contour.
I'm all lost in the mirror, picture of you fresh out the shower. So I might as well swing over to your place. Nah, it's crowded in LA, but I'll be there at 8 if the traffic allows it. Sit you down, I can show you around if you're really about it. But for you, I got something.
Going in with my Anastasia blush trio and Bury Adore, I'm just going to add blush to the sides of her face.
Honestly, it's better like that. I know we've been falling off track. Bring it right back. Let's just let the time out pass. We don't gotta take it too fast. Bring it right back.
Now I'm going to go in with my Chloe and Malika Glow palette by Becca Cosmetics and just highlight the bridge of her nose and her cheeks.
Got the weed, we can sit by the beach if you wanna get faded. But if that's not the vibe, yeah, it's cool, we can save it for later, yeah. I just like the way it feels when you're around. When you're around, now I know we're not dating, maybe soon, by the way things go.
Going in with my MAC lip pencil in Cork and using the Anastasia lip kit, I'm just going to create a custom shade for her lips.
Good and it's real, it'll all work out. It'll all work out, yeah. Should we bring it right back? Honestly, it's better like that. I know we've been falling on track. Bring it right back. Let's just let the time out pass. We don't gotta take it too fast. Bring it right back. You don't gotta stay the night. I just wanna take the time.
Going in with the burgundy we used for her crease, I'm just going to run that under her eye. Now we're just going to pop on some falsies and I'm going to try to wrap this up.
I know we've been falling off track. Bring it right back. Let's just let the time out pass. We don't gotta take it too fast. Bring it right back. You don't gotta stay the night. I just wanna take the time. I know all the things you like. Make me if the mood is right. You can bring it right back. Honestly, it's better like that. I know we've been falling off track. Bring it right back. Let's just let the time out pass. We don't gotta take it too fast. Bring it right back. You don't gotta stay the night. I just wanna take the time. I know all the things you like. Make me if the mood is right. You can bring it right back.
Now I'm just going to take that gel eyeliner and run it in her waterline. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.